Welcome back to the Havasu Hot Seat. We just finished weigh-in for day 2 of the BAM Super 60 Pro Tour here on Lake Havasu. Out of Windsor Beach State Park, the field is set for tomorrow where $50,000 will be won. Luke Johns is leading not only on day 1, but day 2 of the event, but now there's a twist, weight 0.
Yeah, the weights are 0 tomorrow. I've said it before, but a lot of people always ask me what I think about the weights being reset on the last day, and I always said I like it a lot, except if I was going to be leading going into the last day. So finally found myself in that position. Wish I still had that 2-pound cushion or whatever I got, but it's going to be a fun day. Whoever goes out there tomorrow is going to have to earn it, and hopefully I'm sitting on the top of the leaderboard at the end of it.
Yeah, so Luke, you had 23.06 the first day. You had 18.89 to back it up. That's a total bag of 41.95. That's not pretty bad for 2 days. I think when we were on you the first day, you were looking for what you were going to do the next 2 days because you had a good bag, you had time to explore. Do you still feel confident going into tomorrow, and do you think things can come together?
Yeah, I said this on stage. I think I probably fished for about 4 hours each of the first 2 days of the tournament. So the rest of those hours were all spent looking, finding new areas, trying to find some fish up shallow, spawning maybe. Got a handful of those marked and got a whole lot of areas to run to for a little bit deeper fish. So we'll see what happens. I mean, fish like to move, fish like to change, and we'll just see kind of how it lays tomorrow. But I've done my homework for the first 2 days, and we'll just see what happens.
And you've been in this position before. You've won big events on day 3. I mean, you won the Pro Tour Championship 2 years ago. You've placed multiple times in the last couple of years. You're very consistent in cashing a check. What's the mentality going into tomorrow?
The mentality is it's the same as the first 2 days. It's keep an open mind, fish the conditions, and just have confidence. I've whittled down what baits I know are working, some areas that I know are holding fish, and tomorrow it's just going to be run those areas to start, and if that all falls apart, we're just going to go fish again and see what happens. So it's just keep an open mind, be confident, and know I've got what it takes to win one of these things. So that's nice.
Awesome. So is it too early to ask what kind of stuff you're throwing? Maybe not baits, but what about this? Reaction or finesse?
Throwing a lot of finesse baits, mainly finesse, or it's not a lot of different baits. It's pretty much one finesse bait, and I got one topwater bait that I've been able to catch a couple fish on each day, and then mixing in a couple dead fishing baits. So
okay, yeah. Well, you got a lot of info right there. Put it in the comments what you think Luke's been doing for the first 2 days. Maybe on day 3, I'll be able to give you that secret.
I'll tell you a secret. I'm not shaking a minnow, so don't put me in that bracket this week.
And that means it's even more exciting to join the live stream too, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We have observers on all of these boats, and people are catching fish. I mean, there were a lot of big fish today that were brought into the scales. I heard a little bit of a rumor that bigger ones might be moving up as well. Do you think that's the case, or what are you feeling like?
I didn't see a whole lot of fish flooding the bank today necessarily. There's obviously going to be big fish up shallow. It's springtime, it's the spawn. You get in the right area and anything's possible. You can run into one cove and have a 25-pound bag if you get lucky. But generally, I think quite a few of the fish in this lake have actually already spawned. Either way, the chips are going to fall where they are, and I'm just going to go out and put together whatever I can.
Well, we've kept Luke here long enough. He's got a lot of rigging to do. Make sure he's in the right mindset for tomorrow. He may even go take an ice cold shower again today, reflect on 2 great days of fishing, and 1 more day coming tomorrow. So we appreciate you coming on here, Luke.
Yep.
Give these guys a little bit of encouragement for following along tomorrow, and how can they follow along and find you again?
Yeah, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. I mean, it's with the top 10 we got and the way this lake's fishing, somebody's going to smash them, or multiple guys are going to smash them. So it's going to be fun. And then as far as following along for me, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Luke Johns Fishing. And, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I'll check back in with you guys then.
All right, we'll see you all later. Let's bring in the next guest. Back on the Havasu Hot Seat, we're bringing the day 1 and day 2 keeper count leader, Austin Bonjour, up to talk. Not only is he second place leading or overall in the event, first place on the keeper count side, that doesn't matter tomorrow because it's zeroed out. Now it's fair game for anyone in the top 10, but he's the only person in the top 4 that didn't have a fish weighed in over 6 pounds. Were you saving them for tomorrow, Austin?
Not really. I just caught whatever I kind of ran into, and I never had an opportunity at a 6-pound fish. So I had one today that was probably close to 5 pounds, And that was the biggest one I've caught in the last 2 days. I saw a ton of big fish moving up this afternoon, so I was actually just talking to Tai. He's off camera right over there, and he's a desert guy. He was kind of filling me in on some barometric pressure stuff that kind of made sense on maybe why some of those big females came up. And it's the spawn, so they're, you know, figuring it out. Some fish are finishing their spawn, some fish are coming up to spawn. A lot of moving pieces right now, so I think whoever wins tomorrow is going to have a big bag.
Awesome. And do you think, I mean, normally big bags come with big numbers, and you're catching, I mean, you've had 30 keepers over 14 inches for this event. Do you think you're going to come across 5 of the right ones? Do you have a lot of numbers still saved, or?
You know, I've just kind of junk fished today. I tried to run new water when I had that battery problem today. It actually saved me because I went back to some water that I fished yesterday. So I don't know if running new water was actually a good thing. I don't have any fish saved. I don't have any fish out there. I'll try to run some more new water tomorrow. Maybe cycle back through some areas. A lot of fish are shifting around and moving right now. So you could be in a productive area one day, next day could be pretty bad, or you know, vice versa. So hopefully I just make the right moves tomorrow.
And you're a Southern California angler. You've got a lot of experience with clear water fisheries, with I don't know about smallmouth in Southern California, but you catch a whole lot of big largemouth up in that area. Are you targeting smallmouth or largemouth, or whatever comes along when you're running up and down?
Whatever comes along. I kind of went after the smallmouth on beds. I was referring to that as like the low-hanging fruit. I knew coming into it was March. There was probably going to be a bunch of smallmouth on beds, and so I've pretty fond of catching those. We have a smallmouth lake at our house, and it's Lake San Antonio. Catch a lot of fish there, and I've learned some tricks over the years, and I kind of utilized that the first day, and I caught a few smallmouth today. I was trying to find some big largemouth, and I just never really found them. So hopefully tomorrow's the day I can find some big largemouth, because that's what it's going to take to win.
So we asked Luke, we told him not to give us a bait yet. Maybe once one of you guys wins the $50,000, then we'll bring them on. But are you throwing finesse or reaction, or can you give a little bit of a hint on which way you're going?
I've been doing quite a bit of both. Yesterday was a lot of finesse. I think I weighed almost all of them on a spinning rod, maybe one on a casting rod. Today I switched it up. I caught one on a 9-inch glide bait. I caught a couple on a frog, Yamamoto Cincos, drop shot, one on a Garage Tech football jig with a Yamamoto twin tail on it. It was just kind of junk fishing. My fish puked up a bunch of crawdads yesterday in the live well, so that's what made me tie up a jig today. And they were real orange, and I caught one on it. And I don't know, it wasn't a big one. It was a 2.5-pound smallmouth, but.
All right, well, when you talk about throwing glide baits and frogs, I mean, you're targeting good quality fish. And how does it work out here? Are you guys just going into the right cove and there magically is a 6-pounder sitting, or is it running a lot of water, or can you narrow it down where they're sitting?
I think you nailed it on the head. Like, you just kind of pull into a pocket. I've only been here 4 times, so I don't know this lake very well. I know the desert. I know you got to cover a ton of water. You'll hear guys like Tai Au and other anglers that are fond with the desert fisheries that you have to cover a ton of water, and that's what I do here. Lake Mead, Mojave, Havasu, it's all the same, and I can't tell you where a fish is going to be that's big or not. I just kind of keep moving, keep my trolling motor on 7 or 10. Probably why I have the trolling motor batteries dead. And I mean, you saw me on the water fishing. I was zipping around. I wasn't wasting any time.
Yeah, when the camera boat can't keep up with you, you're moving fast.
Yeah,
and you're definitely doing something. Hey, I know, and Rick got a lot of fish catches on film, so I'm glad you had him.
It was
But
fun.
let's talk about some of your partners. I know you work with AFCO quite a bit. You've got a lot of industry support and some non-endemics, but I mean, what's gotten you here so far? Who supports you?
So Taps Truck and Auto, Garrett and April. I don't know if they're going to see this or not. Garrett's a like-minded individual like you and everybody else here. He's a bass fisherman. He fishes every single weekend. He owns Taps Truck and Auto in Paso. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I have GSM behind me. They help me out a ton. Yamamoto, RoboWorm, Cuda. I mean, they have Phoenix Rods, Dobbins. They have a huge group behind them. I'm not sponsored by Phoenix or Dobbins. I'm sponsored by Stealth Sticks. Randy and Mason are competitors. So they make great quality rods. They help me. My dad, another non-endemic, I guess. He's always helped me since I was a little kid. And AFCO, of course, AFCO. Couldn't do it without AFCO. They're the ones that, back when there was a tournament circuit we will not name, a couple years back, where I met you the first time. That's AFCO is the one that trusted. They gave me some leash, and I'm super thankful for AFCO. So they're still continuing to support me to this day. I've been with them for 8 years. GSM's kind of new to the group. Jim's Pro Bass in Paso Robles. They're a small mom and pop tackle shop right next to Taps Truck and Auto, and they help me out too. So it takes a village.
Yeah, it sounds like it, and it sounds like you've got a lot of support in the back. You got your family. Are they going to be out here tomorrow to try and?
No, the kiddos are sick, so they're at home right now, and I can't wait to get home. If I wasn't going to make tomorrow, I would have already been on the road. I'd probably be, I don't know, somewhere on the 40 right now, heading home. Miss them dearly, so.
Yeah, I think they'd love to see you carry a big trophy in your front seat, have 50 grand to cash in the bank, and I think it might be a little bit of a life-changing move. You've had this position before. You've done very well a lot of times, and I mean, what are you going to do tonight to prepare and wrap it up with what these guys can expect? How can they find you on social media?
To go home and prepare, I'm going to plug my batteries in so I have full batteries tomorrow so I can run around on 10, try to hunt down some of those big largemouth, tie some good FG knots, put on some Seaguar line, some Yamamoto roboworms, and then if you want to follow me, you can. I have a YouTube. I'm not very good at it. I edit everything on my iPhone, and I have 1 or 2 GoPros. Not consistent. I'm not like a Greg Blanchard by any means that's putting out 3 or 4 videos a week. I try to stay in tune on that. I'm TikTok, my name, Austin Bonjour, Instagram, Bonjour's Guide Service, and my Facebook is just Austin Bonjour, I think.
Great. Well, it sounds like you're going to be getting a lot of bookings after this event. Hopefully, the business stays good. Awesome. Well, we'll see you in the morning then.
Thanks.
Bright and early.
Thank you.
Let's get the next guy on. He caught a big one today. To wrap up the Havasu Hot Seat here on day 2 of the BAM Super 60 Pro Tour presented by Tackle Warehouse and Anderson Toyota, we've got an Arizona local that surprised us all. Not only did he bring a big weight to the stage today with the 25-pound bag, but he also brought an 892. How did that feel, Ty?
Felt great. Wish I could duplicate it again, but I know that's not going to happen. Got totally lucky. Almost didn't throw to that fish because I thought it was a carp. And good thing I did. And I had a Yamamoto 5-inch Seiko in my hand that I just happened to be throwing. When I literally saw her, I made the perfect cast right behind her, snuck it right in front of her, didn't spook her. She just surged down and ate, and actually didn't even know she ate for about 3 seconds. Reeled up and figured that she was on. That's why she was gut hooked. I posted that picture. It was a giant. But yeah, that's what dreams are made of. That's why I do this. Moments like that, that's what I live for.
Yeah, not only that, but you're back in your home state fishing some of these large-scale events. This is your first year in the Super 60 Pro Tour. You've got a chance at $50,000 in your first event. I mean, you've traveled coast to coast doing this for a long time. You've been in these high position, high entry, high reward fields. How does it feel fishing in Arizona on Lake Havasu for $50,000 tomorrow?
Well, tell you what, it never gets old, and when it gets old, that's when I know it's time to leave. And yeah, I'm super excited about going out there. I'm already kind of, running my game plan, but not quite sure what it's going to be. To be quite honest with you, I went out with the game plan of fishing for numbers today, and then caught quality. So I haven't been here in 5 years. Maybe the areas that I've known in the past that have a lot of numbers, maybe those fish grew. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to go recheck and kind of bounce around, check out some of the stuff that I haven't hit yet, and just go fishing.
Awesome. And I mean, what do you think it's going to take tomorrow? I know Austin said you guys were doing a little bit of chatter about barometric pressure, what makes fish move up and down. I mean, give us a little bit of an insight on what to expect and why people should tune in live.
So guys were all reporting that the bite started for them later in the day, which is true. If you look up, you see the clouds are a little lower than they were this morning. And yes, I do pay attention to barometric pressure. That's one of the biggest driving forces as to when fish will bite and when the windows of opportunities will open. Tomorrow, we got low pressure, we got overcast. The guys who are going to be fishing around structure, they're going to have a little harder time because with overcast, those fish tend to roam a little bit more. So, but yeah, they're out there. The good thing is they're looking for food. They're going to be eating. So I think guys are going to be catching bigger weights tomorrow, believe it or not, I still think you're gonna have to have 22 to have a shot at this thing.
Okay, and I mean, when fish roams and it goes by a 5-inch Senko, it likes to eat it.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of a fact, but give us a little bit of an insight on what we asked the other two guys: finesse, reaction, flipping. I mean, give us an insight on how you're going to target those bigger fish.
I think it's going to be reaction and a little bit of finesse. I mean, we are heading into the third day. There's multiple tournaments going on this weekend. These fish are under a lot of pressure. So, yeah, you're always going to have to mix in a little finesse, but I think, somebody to have a shot at this, you're going to have to get a big one on a crankbait or big plug, a top water, a frog, or luck into one using a Yamamoto Senko. But you're going to have to need about 2 kickers and fill your limit with quality fish to have a shot tomorrow.
And what's a kicker out here? I mean, like I was telling them, top 4 all had a fish over 6 pounds. I mean, is it going to take 2 6-pounders and a couple 3 to 4 pounders, or big bag?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. A kicker here would be about 5.5 pounds. So again, if you get one, that's going to bump you up a little bit. You need 2 to stay in the mix. 3 will get you right. 4, you got a real good shot at winning. So again, the 25-pound bags, that's only my second big bag here. In 2020 when I won, I had a big bag, 26 pounds the first day. But as the tournament progressed, it was a bed fishing tournament like this, the weights just went down lower and lower and lower. But the thing that we have that's going to help us is that lower barometric pressure. Again, these fish are going to be biting, and these guys are going to have to look into a few big ones to have a shot.
All right, and where are you doing your shopping? I see Copper State Tackle on there. I know they have they're a Bass Cat dealer. They've got a fantastic selection of gear. I mean, give us a little bit about what you've got rigged up in your tackle box.
So I just gotta go find more Senkos, which I have in the back of my truck. I'm gonna fill up my boat. I went through about 4 bags already of the 5-inch. I mixed in some of the 6-inch Senkos for a bigger bite, but they're just so shallow that when you cast a 6-incher in 10 inches of water, it has a tendency of spooking them. So that's the trick for me, is just laying that bait in there and surprising them and not spooking them. But yeah, all my gear, Copper State Tackle, I've been with them since they opened. They are a Bass Cat dealership. Speaking of Bass Cat, it was rough out there today. And let me tell you what, that 2022 or 2026 links that I just got, the STS model, which stands for Soft Touch Series, really stood out to me. I mean, I ran all the way down south, got started practicing at 11. I ran all the way down south, almost to the dam, and ran all the way north and zigzagged my way through all those boats out there. It was super smooth. And again, excited to get out there and put my equipment to the test, and just get after it, and hopefully I can come home with the win.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you put it in gear today, you got it done, you riled up all the way to 3rd place. That doesn't matter tomorrow. You're back at 0, and so is the rest of the field. Give us a little bit of a rundown on how you feel about this format, how you like it for your first event, and then tell us a little bit about your prep going into tomorrow to wrap it up.
This is different. I got the opportunity to fish a couple Bass Pro Tour events. I found that catching numbers is actually a lot harder than people think. To stay on them all day long, when you have a couple dead periods where, you go hours without getting a bite, you fall behind. That's what happened the first day. I think I went 3.5, 4 hours without a single bite, and then I landed on them to keep me in it. But yeah, that itself is exciting. But the one thing, and this is not a knock on the Bass Pro Tour, one thing I did miss about it is just, coming back to weigh in and showing off a 9-pounder that you caught. I mean, that's just a special feeling that just never gets old. So we got the best of both worlds. Me being an old school tournament guy, I've been fishing tournaments for 26 years, always fished the 5-fish format, and the format that you guys came up with, at first I didn't know if I was going to like it, but man, I tell you what, I actually love it now. And all the guys I talked to, got a lot of friends fishing this tour. A lot of them have told me that this is so fun, And I'll tell you what, they are absolutely right. I mean, I'm excited about the Bantam Trail being out west now.
Good. Well, we love having you. We love the support it brings, and I think you guys should support us here live at Windsor Beach State Park, 4-weigh-in at 3:30 tomorrow. There's going to be some big bags caught and big money going out. $50,000 for first place. Let's see if Tai can make it into that championship for another $250,000 payout later this year, and it's going to be a great day on the water, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching the Havasu Hot Seat.